So, are you ready for the first planet-breaking news of 2023? Well, here it is. China's ready to launch interplanetary trips as early as 2025. How's that for a vacation? So, stay tuned because I'm here to tell you about China's plans and who's behind this revolutionary idea. But first, do interplanetary trips mean what we are all thinking they mean? Yes and no. Stop imagining yourself as the Jetsons. That's definitely not what's happening here. But if you are thinking of suborbital trips involving a lot of top-of-the-range tech and research opportunities in outer space, you might be on the right track. And this isn't super new either. China has been preparing for this day for a long time. Since 2018 to be exact. According to Yang Yichang, founder of the Beijing-backed commercial launch service provider CAS Space. According to him, the vehicle in question for this project was launched 3 times back in 2018, and they're aiming to face off with the USA by catching up with their tech in about a decade, especially SpaceX, the Elon Musk-driven company that's also planning its own first orbital launch attempt in Boca Chica, Texas. I guess China just doesn't want Elon to be the novelty here, because while SpaceX works on its rocket, a Chinese launch startup, Space Epoch, is constantly taking inspiration from them to build its name in the same domain. This includes the recent series of tests they conducted of a 4.2-meter diameter propellant tank combined with a Longyan 70 methane liquid oxygen engine. Developed by the engine maker Zhejiu Hujian and tested in the Anhui province, the team's pretty confident about their use of liquid oxygen methane tech with stainless steel storage tanks. According to Hujian, this has laid a pretty solid foundation for subsequent rocket flight tests. Well, that sounds like a mission going well. My question is, how will they even begin? Because engines and stainless steel tanks sound all well and good, but are they enough to take however many people they want up into space? Nope. But don't worry, China's got it all planned out, thanks to their rocket with wings. It sounds like something Chandler Bing would make up. But anyway, this winged rocket, developed by the company Space Transportation, will be the first of its kind to leave China's skies to enable point-to-point space tourism. Well, I never imagined saying all those words in a single sentence, so this idea is already getting cooler by the minute. According to the company, this spacecraft's already costing less than the satellite rockets, and it's a lot faster than traditional aircraft too. They've also commented that they intend for this vehicle to be fully reusable for future space travel. Well, I sure do hope so. We don't want a combustible spacecraft taking our people to Mars, do we? But you don't have to worry about that because the video presentation on Space Transportation's website makes the whole thing feel pretty foolproof. And sure, the video may show animated passengers instead of actual ones, but we trust China's expertise here because all in all, the entire concept looks pretty cool, complete with a takeoff map. Yep, they got that too. So basically, the animated passengers in the video are supposed to take off with this wing powered by rockets, which takes off vertically, so I'll be packing all my motion sickness meds very close to myself. Once in the air, the plane will detach itself from the rocket wing and will continue its journey to Dubai, and land vertically on 3 legs deployed from the back. According to the video, this rocket allows you to travel from New York to Beijing in just an hour. The speed of this aircraft can go up to 2,600 miles per hour, which is roughly 4,184 kilometers per hour. And don't be fooled by the animated video because the company is all set to begin test flights in 2025, with full-scale hypersonic vehicle flights launching in 2030. Admit it, the entire thing is pretty fascinating, especially considering how long Space Transportation has been working to achieve it. Last August, when they announced raising $46.3 million for their hypersonic space plane plans, we didn't think we'd be this close to actual space travel. But watching this video makes it look all the more real and very, very cool. Hold on though, because if you think this is cool, wait till we tell you that China isn't the only one making such epic advancements. Starship is part of the race too, and closer to completion actually. In 2017, this SpaceX rocket presented an Earth-to-Earth concept to the world, introducing the idea that you could travel anywhere in the world within 60 minutes. With a maximum speed of 27,000 kilometers per hour, the rocket can take you from Hong Kong to Singapore in 22 minutes, LA to Toronto in 24 minutes, New York to Shanghai in 39 minutes, and well, you can imagine the rest. Considering air travel, this was pretty groundbreaking as it was, but the fact that the same can apply to space travel is a whole other world we probably never even imagined. Although, while it does seem like SpaceX is pretty much ready to launch itself into space, after the 2017 video, it hasn't released a lot of info on the entire thing. But that doesn't mean they're not working on it. In fact, considering how China aims to match up with USA's techie standards within a decade, just shows how many advancements we've made in the field, especially with SpaceX and Virgin Galactic, which is another business that employs spacecraft. And surprise, surprise, they've already sent some of their MVPs out in the suborbital space, including their founder, Richard Branson. Guess who's getting bragging rights for space tourism? And Virgin Galactic doesn't seem to stop because, according to the CEO, Michael Colglazer, the demand for space travel has been pretty strong because these guys have been selling seats by the hundreds. They've already sold 700 seats so far and are ready to sell more. In fact, these guys have already termed the next decade to be the peak of space tourism. How cool is that? But what's the cost of it all? A lot more than your average economy or business class flight, I can tell you that much. In fact, the astronomical price can go up to $28 million. Don't be so shocked, I'm 100% serious. That's the price H.E. Justin's son, who happens to be the founder of Tron, paid as the winning bid to get the first seat on Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin's inaugural flight, which is set to take off later this year with Sun and 5 other crew members. So basically, if you think of an average, the whole thing can cost upward of $285,000. But will the experience be worth it? I think so. Not without its challenges though, because while it all seems pretty glam and cool, the fact remains that space travel's got its challenges and issues, especially targeting the Earth's environment. According to NASA, the sonic boom alone that can be emitted via these flights can be concerning. In addition to that, there are safety certifications to consider, emission problems, and the substantially high altitudes that these flights will operate at, which increases the risk of radiation exposure. Plus, the overall strength and robustness of the aircraft are to be considered too. Let's not forget, this is space travel we're talking about, which means extra high speed, friction, and pressure. That's not a joke, especially for the pilots. You can't employ just anyone to take you to the edge of Earth, right? Even experts in the field have concerns, especially about the carbon footprint of such travel. According to some, these rockets can be 100 times riskier to the environment than usual flights. So I guess everyone in the space travel business has their work cut out for them. We'll just have to wait and see how they address these issues and make interorbital travel a real thing. Here's me signing off until then. See you in the next video.